everyone, you're welcome to the Total Education Show.
School is not just about academic subjects alone. School is also about co-curricular activities. School is engagement with fun. School is a lot more than just the cognitive side of things.
Development of a child is 360, and that's why we have tagged this program Total Education Show.
Stream is here to raise kids that will identify the problems, come together as a group, inquire why this problem happened, and they see a way to correct the error.
We normally say that we have 4 baskets of rights. So four baskets
of rights.
Of children.
Ooh, awesome.
As provided for by the Child Rights Law.
Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Hello friends, hello everyone at home. My name is Wumi Tolu Alalade, your anchor on the Total Education Show. Yes, Total Education Show. The show is put together and packaged by the Lagos State Ministry of Education for your co-curricular aspect of education. So you have a total and a valued education system even in your homes. Yes. Now, what areas we will be looking at? We're going to be looking at STEM issues, and we'll be looking at, yes, child protection issues. Everything that has to do with child protection and advocacy of your children, even as they are home. Now, do you want to give me feedback? Yes, I want to hear from you. You can send in your feedbacks to me on this WhatsApp number 081-26601-889. Yes, WhatsApp messages only on 081-26601-889. Yes, I'm waiting and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you. Welcome to this episode of the Total Education Show. Today, we're going to showcase our students. All the competitions we've been talking about, the activities, the co-curricular activities that goes on in our schools. Who are those people going for the competitions? Who are those people that represent the interest of the state? It is our students. And today, we want to look at what they have done. We want to meet them. We want to hear them speak on this episode. And we'll have the opportunity to hear from them what they have taken away from representing us and being involved in various stream activities, co-curricular activities, and all sorts that they do in the schools. I have with me in the studio one of the students, and she is Mariam Abdulaziz. She's a student of Vetland
Senior Grammar School,
Agege. And I want to just use her as a point of contact to all the videos and the clips of the students that you're going to watch as we go on in the show. So Mariam, thank you for coming for today's episode.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for joining us here today.
A pleasure.
You're welcome. So I'm sure everybody wants to hear from you. And so far, so good. Most of the episodes of the show, we have talked about what our students have been doing. We've talked about your teachers. The Honorable Commissioner has shared with us our learning ecosystem for Lagos State students, particularly because of the pandemic. I want to hear from you. How have you benefited from all this?
During the COVID-19 pandemic, our WAEC exam was put a stop to. The whole thing was just
halted,
yes. So the digital learning was put in place. So we did constant revisions with our teachers on WhatsApp platforms, yes,
wow.
WhatsApp and Telegram. So they use voice notes and send notes. We solve questions.
And what about the radio and television lesson? Were you able to take part during the lockdown when you were at home?
Yes. The television knowledge was actually very, very great because they used different pictures, and since it was
Visual,
yes. You know, visual
enjoyed it.
knowledge and teaching actually sticks to the memory better than
The
just
audio
something
only.
they hear. Yeah,
That's for
just
you.
the audio.
Different people have different learning styles.
Yeah.
But you prefer the audio. It was
Yeah.
a kick for you.
Yes.
Good.
The video, yes. Sometimes we don't see the teacher, but we see the notes. They are in like colors that are bright, and we don't have to strain our eyes to see. It is usually bold, and the teachers take their time to actually explain the concepts that were being taught. So everything just flows together. Then there's an opportunity of like a quiz, a random quiz for general
after
students,
each
each lesson.
Good.
So we have the opportunity to actually win prizes. Apart from the fact that you are learning and you are benefiting, you get to win prizes if you participate.
And that you were happy with.
Yes.
I'm sure. That's so good to hear from you. Many of your friends and your colleagues and other students, as we go on in this show, will be telling us about their experiences as students that go to represent our schools in competitions within and outside the borders of Nigeria. Have you had any opportunity to do that as well?
Yes, but I never did go out of the country, just within the state.
Okay.
So I represented my school along with the senior prefect, that's Shulano Taiwo, in a quiz competition that is organized by AEI, Academic Excellence Initiative. So it was a quiz competition based on 3 subjects: maths, English, and civic education. So in 40 schools in Lagos State were participated
in that
in the
competition.
but just 6 were public schools.
Out of the
40, yes.
Oh, wow. Tell us about it.
And so the competition was in 2 stages, the preliminary stage and the final stage. The preliminary stage, each school had 3 students to represent their school. So the school score was the average of the 3 students' scores. So the preliminary stage, it was challenging because I've never gone to a competition like that before. I didn't actually really know what to expect.
Wow.
Though I've been on several outings as an audience for the school, but I've never really partook in the actual competition. So when we went there, I was nervous.
Of course,
and all
anxiety.
that. And it was a CBT exam. Yes, it was a CBT exam. So, but thank God we actually pushed through, and questions were not as
difficult as we thought it would be.
So we passed the preliminary stage. Then when we got to the final stage, out of those 40 schools, 15 were selected. So that 15, I don't know the number of public schools, but
You emerged, your school emerged as
but
one of the 15.
at the end of it, when we got to the
final
to
stage.
the venue,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, we saw other students and we're like, wow. So we are supposed to compete with these people with all the suits and the ties and stuff. It was we were very flustered, but we just kept pushing through. Our teacher went with us and he encouraged us that all will be well. They can't actually ask us anything outside our syllabus. It's just something that's so we partook. The final stage was a CBT exam as well. So we engaged in it, and at the end of the day, we came first.
Wow, you came first. Good, that's awesome.
We came first.
I'm sure, how did you feel coming first?
First.
You were really happy.
Yes, very, very happy. And we won a cash prize for our school and tablets for the participants, both of us. And tablets had some educational packages on it to just facilitate learning, and a medallion, a Scholars Day. The program was actually Annual Scholars Day Award.
Okay.
So we took the Scholars Day trophy back to our school. Hey,
representing public school, eh?
Actually, the 3rd position too was a public school. That's very fun.
And you had just 7, or how many did you call it? Out of 6 out of the whole 40.
Yes.
Wow. Please let us listen as we continue with the program. We'll have students from public school also telling us about their experiences, just like Miriam has shared here. And that is what this show is all about today. If you have any contribution, any comments, please feel free to send it in. And we're looking forward to hearing from you.
The Total Education Show ni ètò tí Lagos State Ministry of Education gbé kalẹ̀ lábẹ́ initiative Mama 360 degree. The Honourable Commissioner for Education ti ìlú Èkó, Mrs. Fọláṣadé Adéfisáyọ̀. The Total Education Show ni ètò tí a ó tún mọ àwọn ohun mèremère tí àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìlú Èkó ń gbé ṣe àti àwọn iṣẹ́ ribiribi tí àwọn olùkọ́ ìlú Èkó ń ṣe láti lè rí wípé wọ́n ní àṣeyọrí nínú ẹ̀kọ́ wọn. The Total Education Show ni a ó ti mọ̀ wípé ẹ̀kọ́ ní ìlú Èkó kò láfiwé rárá nítorí wípé ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ ó jàre. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ kí a jùmọ̀ gbé ẹ̀kọ́ ní ìlú Èkó lárugẹ. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ la fi ń sọ̀yà ó jàre. Àjòjì ọwọ́ kò gbẹ́rù sórí. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, mo wá fi àsìkò yìí sọ fún yín wípé Total Education Show ni ètò o. Ètò ni Total Education Show o.
Wow, I love reading books. There's a saying that goes, a reader is a leader. I remembered when I was in GSS 3. I went for a spelling bee competition, which was a learning experience. I didn't lose, I learned. But with the help of my teachers and principals, I went for another competition, which was a successful one. I emerged the first. We have a spelling bee club in our school, which has groomed me and other students to become better readers and speakers. It has helped me in my vocabulary skills. Being a student in one of the Lagos State Public Schools has been a great experience for me.
Attending a public school has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. When I was a little younger, I usually thought the public school was just a school to breed touts and unserious students. But when I was enrolled into Bolade Junior Grammar School, my view about the public school just changed. I saw that the public school wasn't a school to breed touts, but it was an initiative by the government to give less privileged people a chance to a better life and education. I once thought that the public school was just a school for children who don't know what they are doing. But when I was enrolled into one, I saw that the public school even gives more opportunity to people more than a private school. And one of the opportunities I have received in the public school is being in the parliament. In the parliament, we children with different ideas, experience, and innovation are brought together to make rules concerning Lagos State. We children are given the power and the opportunity to make rules concerning every student. And in the parliament, we children, we are doing great things and exploits. I just love being in the parliament because it has been a great opportunity for me and it has opened several doors for me.
So back when we were in junior school, we used to see our senior ones representing Nigeria in international competitions. And we felt everyone deserves a place in the digital world. So on getting to our SS1, we approached our coach, Mr. Ambali, and told him we are interested in representing Nigeria in international competitions. So every year, a different task is set, and every country is expected to build a robot suitable for the task. I remember back then, when it was our time to represent Nigeria in Hungary 2019, we had to skip classes, we had to skip tests, which we had to make up for. Times without numbers, we have slept in the school laboratory, surfed the internet for ideas just to represent Nigeria in international competition. Different sacrifices we had to make just to represent Nigeria in international competition, and then found our place in the digital world. So being in the public school has given us a place in the digital and technological world.
My experience from junior school to senior school has been fun and also challenging as well, especially with the help of my teachers and my colleagues. I remember a time when I went for the Cowbellpedia competition in junior school, which I thought I was not going to pass, because when I got to the hall, I was scared meeting other students. But I wrote the exam, I emerged 5th. I was so happy because I did not really have the mind that I'm going to pass this exam. I also did robotics competition. I went for robotics competition in the year 2018 and 2019 as well. We passed in the state, but in the nationals it was challenging, but it was also fun as well. and also becoming the best student in my school by reading, by becoming hardworking, having critical thinking mindset, and also having positive mindset as well. I became the best student, and all this will not be possible without the help of my teachers, my parents, and my other fellow students.
Welcome. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple bag. So I have this pattern for you. This is the pattern I'm going to be using, and I'm very sure that if you can pay attention to this, you can graduate to something like this using fabric. If you can look at what I'm going to be doing, you are going to learn from the step. So the first thing I'm going to use, the material, I have my marker, I have my gum, I have my scissors, and I have my ruler. So with these 4 materials, if possible, you can also get your stapler in case you don't want to make use of gum. So stapler also is a very useful material for the production of bag. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I've actually drafted my pattern. So how did I draft my pattern? I drafted over here the cutouts. I'm going to cut this out. This is 8 centimeter, 19 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 19 centimeter. This 8 centimeter is going to be the side of the bag. The 19 centimeter is going to be the front of the bag. The second side of the bag is the 8 again, while the 19 is going to be the back of the bag. Why this? I'm going to use this 4 centimeter as the folding. So this is what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to measure the down part of the bag, because each bag should have the down part. So what I'm going to do is the upper part of the bag is going to be 3. This 3, we are going to take this 3 centimeter, and we are going to use this 3. We are just going to fold this 3 centimeter in such a way that is going to serve as a thicker part of our bag. So I fold inside. So now I have the folded bag inside as the upper part of the bag. Now I move to the lower part of the bag. So for the lower part of the bag, what I'm going to do is very simple. I am going to measure another 8. So I will take my ruler, and with my ruler I'm going to measure 8. So that simply means that I'm going to draw a line from here to the second one. So you can use your ruler to achieve that. So in case you don't have a ruler around you, you can improvise. If you get a paper, fold the paper into equal parts, and then you use that to produce a ruler. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to give all these parts, I'm going to slant this side. The reason I'm slanting this side is because I'm cutting all this place out. So I'm slanting the other side too. Triangle, I'm cutting all this part out. The other side also, I cut it out. Cut out. Remember, I'm cutting the whole of this out. Cut out. Cut out. Cut out. So let me start with the cutting out of this. So how do I cut them out? The first one, I'm cutting the entire triangular part. Remember, you can still go through the pattern. The pattern is also on the screen. I have the pattern over there. You can see those parts I'm cutting. Those are the parts I have actually cut here through my pattern. So I've cut my pattern now. The next thing I'm going to do is the folding. So when I start the folding, with the folding, the shape of my bag will come out immediately. So let me start the folding. You can use the tip of your scissors for your folding, and the tip of my scissors is what I'm using to fold. Fold again. For the last folding, I fold the last one. So this is the folding now, and I would like you to observe the folding very well. This is my folding. The next thing I'm going to do now, you observe that this smaller part is still there. I'm going to apply my glue on the smaller part. I think I don't need this part. I'm going to apply my glue on the smaller part. You can use any type of glue to work on this. So I apply and I gum immediately. And there is something I forgot to fold. Supposed to have folded the down part of the paper down. So make sure it has been folded. That is the down part of the bag. Make sure it's already folded. Gum the first one, then you gum the second one. Go back inside, take your time, and gum. So this is my bag, this is the inside, and this is the back of the bag. So what I'm going to do now, if you check the back there is a loop over there. At the back there is a loop. So what I'm going to do is to cut little part of it so that they loop on each other. Then I'm going to cut out what I'm going to drop inside. You can look for a thick paper to achieve this. So I'm going to remember the measurement is we have the measurement of 8 and this side is 19, so 8 by 19. So I can look for 8 by 19 and cut 8 by 19 out. So I take my ruler and measure the 8, then my 19, and I take my scissors immediately. I cut out. So you can use different types of materials for the down part of your bag. Different types of materials can be used. So this is my bag. I take my the padding, the one I'm going to use to pad the inside of my paper. I take this and I drop it inside. The moment I drop it inside, this is how my bag is going to look like. You just need to just get your ribbon or any material you want to use as the carrier, and you have make your bag. So I would like you to practicalize yours. So thank you very much for joining today's class. I'll be right back. Thank you. Bye.
We have finally come to the end of today's episode of the Total Education Show. I'm sure you have seen and you've heard from the horse's mouth what they do and how they feel when they're going and of course representing the state or their school in competitions. When you put in efforts in students, you're always happy as a teacher, as a parent, to see your children go out there and bring medals. Sometimes they don't have to win. Sometimes they experience it and they have the experience of being a participant in that program. But most of the thing that we have heard from all of them is that it has made them to imbibe some skills, some of which we have. Some talk about being positively minded, being able to surmount challenges, being able to, out of everything, determine within themselves that they are going to make it, being able to think out of the box, being creative, innovative. The teachers, the students, the parents, the government, everything comes together to make a total student, a total package. Please feel free to come and join us as we make the Nigerian child, the Lagos State child, a total package. On this note, we will say bye for now, and we want to thank our governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, for giving us this opportunity to showcase what we do in the Lagos State Ministry of Education. We want to thank the Honorable Commissioner as well for our good leadership and example, and telling us and giving us prompts in order to continue to give our best in this ministry that we have found ourselves. We want to thank the permanent secretary, all the executives, everyone that has one role or the other to play in the education sector in Lagos State. And on this note, we'll be saying bye for now on this episode of the show. And I remain your anchor, Wunmi Tolu Alalade. See you next time.